Hunter FX.
It's crazy that your hearts go so mad when you're playing with demo money. How to trade like a bank, liquidity concepts as a CEO of Maven prop trading. Now, I'm telling you, this is wrong.
You may love the guy and think he's awesome. You may hate him because he released a 2-part video documentary series on YouTube last year exposing your favorite trading mentor.
ITT was once a well-respected mentor.
Whatever the case may be, today we're going to be talking about Maven prop trading, which happens to be the company that belongs to Hunter FX. This is going to be episode 3 of the prop firm review series that I'm doing here on YouTube. And so if you're new and you haven't seen those other episodes, please go back and watch them. But for now, I'm Sam, the owner and founder of KB. Got a ton of experience in the markets, run multiple trading floors, lecture in universities around the country. And I actually have spoken on panels, multiple panels in the past maybe 6 to 8 months at financial expos and events on this very topic of proprietary trading. I also trade around $1.5 million in proprietary funded capital myself. And so I do have a lot of experience and knowledge in this specific niche of proprietary trading, which of course qualifies me to speak on this topic and to review firms coming from a position of strength and understanding. A very, very brief summary of the rules that I'm applying in this series. First and foremost, all of the firms I will speak about on reviews on this channel are firms that I have personal experience with. I will have traded with that firm and withdrawn money from that firm to show the payout process. Secondly, I will not be accepting payment from firms for the review. If a firm comes along to me and says, we will pay you £5,000 or £10,000 to produce a review on our firm, they're getting a swift decline. I want this review process to be as objective as possible. I will not be accepting affiliate partnerships with these firms during the duration of this series. Any links that you see in the description to the firm that I speak about in a review, I won't get any financial reimbursement for you clicking that link. Now, I think at this point in the video, it would be good to update you on First Class Forex Funds, which was the last review I'd done. Is First Class Forex Funds a legitimate prop firm? In that review, I was waiting on a $1,000 payout from them. I actually received that payout in around 5 or 6 weeks. I then, about a month later, withdrew nearly $5,000, and I think that payout took about 7 or 8 weeks to come from First Class Forex Funds. That's very, very disappointing. Of course, the fact that they pay out confirms that that firm is not a scam, but for someone who adhered to all of the rules, someone who traded correctly, someone who paid for the challenge, to leave me waiting 8 weeks for my payout, I think is absolutely shocking. So I wouldn't recommend First Class Forex Funds. Anyway, let's get into this review on Maven trading. Starting off here, what you can see in front of you is the Excel spreadsheet that we've been using for this review process. What this is going to help us do is keep the review as objective as possible. We are literally going to be grading all of the firms on the exact same things to ensure that we are being as fair as possible. I'm just going to add Maven. Now, maximum account size is fairly self-explanatory. Customer service, I am going to grade the firms 1 to 5. You can see down here on the right hand side, you get 1 point for each of these things. 5, of course, would be the best. Price per $100. Basically, how far does your money go? So we see FX2, the price per $100 was 90 cents. That means for every 90 cents you spend with that firm, you get $100. On all of these firms, I'm going to be basing that on their $100,000 account because pretty much every firm offers an account of that size. Passability is going to be graded A, B, or C. A C would be completely unreasonable. Let's say a firm had time limit, 30 days to pass, and it also had a trailing drawdown limit, and they wanted you to make 15%. That would be an unreasonable ask. An easily passable firm would be a firm that requires you to make less than 10%. They have no time restriction. They have no trailing drawdown. So that would be a really easily passable firm. Next, does the firm have a trailing drawdown? That's simply a yes or no. Reputation. Reputation goes from very bad, bad, average, good, up to very good. This is predominantly based on things that we find online. That could be Trustpilot, it could be their own Discord and that kind of thing. Payouts is a simple yes or no, does the firm pay out? And then trading conditions, we have, again, from very good to very bad. What you'll find is that most of these firms are using 8cap as their broker, but unfortunately, and this is something that arouses my suspicions greatly, even though many of these firms use the same broker and the same servers, with some of these firms, you're going to notice excessive slippage and that kind of thing. Just looking at the broker a firm goes with is not the best way to see whether the trading conditions are going to be good. I have found, for example, FX2 and a firm I'm testing at the moment use the same broker, same server, but I get filled on FX2 within 1 pip of where my order is. On this other firm, I'm getting filled 4 pips away pretty much on every single trade, despite being the same broker and server. So trading conditions we will get into as we go through the review process. Now, next, what I want to show you is a MyFX book for Maven. I will put this in the description. All this does is it just proves to you that I have actually traded on this Maven account. It's not just a case of I'm just giving a completely subjective opinion on this firm. There's the profit I made. I did withdraw that profit. I'll put a screenshot of my certificate on screen, as well as it actually hitting my bank. I took this payout in Bitcoin, I believe. Cryptocurrency was an available option at the time, so again, I'll put that up on screen. Now, let's get on with the review process. So I have my review spreadsheet just up above me. First of all, we want to find out what the maximum account size offered is, and we can see here it's 500k. So I can update that. 500k. Next, we want to look at customer service. So pretty much the best way to do this, I'll start off with live chat. Do they have live chat? They do. That gives them 1 point. Now, I'll just ask a quick question. How quickly we get a response there, we'll keep that open in the background. Not an immediate response. It does say that they typically reply within 2 minutes. Again, if we get a response, they will get a 3rd point for that. Let's see if they have alternative contact information. The idea here is we want as many avenues of contact to the firm as possible. Okay, you can see here, if I just pull this onto screen, you can see here they have a Discord server. And again, in the Discord server, they have a trading restrictions channel. They have rules, all the rules in here as well. I'm just seeing if there's any way to open like a support ticket or something like that if you're having trouble. Submit a ticket, there you go. So again, they're going to get a point for that, and they're going to get a point for ease of contact here. Maven gets 4 out of 5 on customer service here. Now, next we want to see how much it costs per $100. We can see here it costs 50 cents, so that's pretty good. Now, in terms of passability, I'm going to be completely honest with you on Maven here. I don't think I can give Maven an A for easily passable, but I think they definitely get a B for reasonable. Now, I'll explain my thinking on that. If Maven was a one-phase challenge and they required you to make 9%, they don't have any time limit, they don't have any trailing drawdown. If it was just a one phase and you had to make 9%, I would probably give them an A for easily passable on this. But in reality, you have the 9% profit target, and then you have another 5% profit target. They're looking for you to make 14% on the account, albeit you have unlimited time. If it was 10% or below with unlimited time and no trailing drawdown, I would say that's easily passable. However, what I would say in this situation is, certainly so far, I do think this is the easiest to pass firm that we've seen. FX2 obviously have no time restriction. They have like a 10% profit target or something like that, but they do have that trailing drawdown, which Maven doesn't have. Now, Maven also offer a one-step challenge. Something that I would say to you is the one-step challenge is not as easy to pass as the two-step challenge, and let me explain why. On the 1% challenge, you have 6% to lose to make 9%. You're effectively risking 6 to make 9. The ratio there is 1 risk to 1.5 reward. On the two-step, you have a max drawdown of 10% per phase. So that's a 20% drawdown you have there in total, and you only need to make 14%. So the ratio in this, on the one step, risk 1 to make 1.5. On the two step, what you have here is risk 1 to make 0.7, right? How much you're allowed to risk and how much you need to gain is far, far more advantageous on this two-step. So Maven gets a B for passability. I kind of wish we had gone for a more expansive passability scale to give some room, because I do think this is easier to pass than the other two. It's just not a super easily passable challenge. Trailing drawdown, no. Time limit, no. Reputation. Hopping over onto Maven's Trustpilot, straight away we see 4.6 stars and over 200 reviews. Maven's going to be the first company that gets a very good reputation for me so far. Albeit, you know, they've not been in business for a whole lot of time, but they do have over 200 reviews now. They do have a Discord server that's, you know, relatively active and that kind of thing as well. Now, do Maven pay out? Yes, indeed they do. We can see the payout proofs here in their server. Yeah, just tons and tons of payout proofs there. Fantastic, you know, obviously as well as my own. And trading conditions, they're also going to get a good here. In my time using Maven, I've not noticed any crazy slippage. I've not noticed you know, any overly large spreads. I've not noticed any problems with orders getting filled or anything like that. So all in all, on the trading conditions front, I am fairly content with the way Maven is operating. It seems very, very similar to the trading conditions that I get on FX2 funding. And so guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up my review of Maven trading. In all honesty, out of all the firms we've reviewed so far, I really do think Maven is the top contender so far. I'm going to leave a link to them in the description if you want to check those guys out. Please remember, this is not an affiliate link. I don't make any money from you clicking it, going from this video over to Maven and taking out an account. I don't make any money from that. I've not been paid to say this either. If you did derive some benefit from this video and you want to check out some of the other reviews we have done, I'll leave them linked around the video. And please do consider subscribing and drop it a like if you haven't already. I do plan on posting more reviews throughout the remainder of this year to help you guys find the best alternative prop firm in 2023.